Hey, Stars and Stripes RC here. My wife's still recovering from her surgery, so I'm trying to get this on my own. There won't be any close-ups probably, so bear with me on this one. I just got this yesterday, the Avios X-Ray and G 1600 millimeter 3D plane. It was a early birthday gift to me by a dear friend, so thank you for that. I won't name names, but and it is kind of off my beaten path as far as brand goes, but you know, I'm not going to not accept a birthday gift like this. So um, we'll get into the box here. I kind of got a chance to, and I know there's videos out there because I did look at some videos of this last night, and you know, it's not new. Well, it's fairly new, but it's not new. People have their videos. I have mine. That's the reason I do my channel. So from what I looked at the videos on YouTube, it looks like it flies good. It looks like it's well built. It is kind of like an ARF in the sense that you have to put, you have to install the motor, and you have to glue the rudder half onto the fuse. So it's not an ARF, but at the same time, you have to assemble some things, which is minor. I did notice, looking at the main gear strut or main gear on a video where a guy was flying it and was landing it on some grass. It did look like it was on the verge of stall when he landed. It didn't hit super hard, but it obviously hit hard enough where these pieces here bent out. So looking at it and kind of flexing it a little bit, it does seem a bit weak. So we'll see how that goes. But that is the main gear. Nice, pretty green. I like this green. It reminds me of the days when I raced dirt bike Kawasaki. Called Kawasaki green. So tell you what, let me set this off over here so I have room on the table. And we'll get to see what's in here. Now here's the prop. It is a plastic two-bladed prop, 16 6E. I may look into getting a wooden prop for this. Probably get more performance out of a wooden prop. I don't know how much this is going to flex under power. There's a lot to go through here, guys, so bear with me. One of your elevator halves, looking at the peel and stick on it, there's a lot of peel and stick on this. The white portion is just bare foam, but it does look like they do have some kind of coating on that. So I'm not sure if I'll do any min waxing on this or not. If the maiden goes well and it proves to be as good as what I've seen, I may do that. But all in all, it looks like it's applied very well. Got your other elevator half. And you've seen videos. So like I said, I can't get any good close-up shots, but they do have, like they say, a foam hinge, but they also have nice pin hinges installed in here too. In fact, there's 4 just on the elevator half on each side, so that's really good. And then these will go through with the spar here and here, And then this is a tongue and groove deal where you put that together. Back in the day, way back, I had some Hobby King planes, but it's been a lot of years. This is a bag with your screws. I don't know if you can see these pieces here. I'm not sure if I'll put these in or not. I don't know. I mean, just a kind of a scale thing, I guess you can say. I don't know that it would have anything to do with any of the flying characteristics on it. Not even sure what you would call that. You got your tail wheel in here. Now the servo arms are pretty nice. They are ball link. The servo or the wire does have a piece of plastic over it as well for strength, so that's going to be good to have that. So there definitely would not be any flexing in that. All your screws again, ESC instructions. Your spinner. A lot of times these kits or these things come with the spinner and the spinner's out of balance, so we'll see. Hopefully that ain't the case on this one. Nice shiny black paint. Got your side force generators in this package here. So far, this is a pretty nice little pretty nice plane for a foamy. Again, I was watching videos of people flying this, and it looks like it's very 3D capable. I think somebody was comparing it to Extreme Flight or 3D Hobby Shop. I mean, it's hard to compare these kind of things being foamed to Extreme Flight. I mean, all balsa and plywood planes. Those things fly so nice, and I can't pan over, but I have a 75-inch Edge by 3D Hobby Shop up here, and I'll be comparing how this flies to that. Got your rudder again, 4 pin hinges as well as the foam hinge on there. I will probably go ahead and do now, like I said too, there's videos on it out there. There's assembly videos on it out there. But, you know, I do things for my channel. I don't worry about what other people do, and I don't badmouth what other people do. So, but I do what I do for my channel. I did notice at the bottom here, and I know you can't see it, but that foam portion of the hinge is split there. But again, it does have that pin hinge, so I'll probably take some foam tack and brush on that really good just to secure that anyway. Got your wheels. They're foam type wheels. I don't particularly like these type wheels, so I may try to find some better to replace these as time goes on. Wheel pants. The peel and stick is kind of applied with wrinkles in it on the inside portion of it. No big deal, but it is on the inside, which is better than being on the outside. Nice big wheel pants here. Got a lot of stuff in here, guys. Bear with me. Some of it is hard to get at. Kind of wish they would have made this a layered box. Got one wing panel here. Looks like everything is covered real well. Got an Avios logo there. The servo rod and servos are already installed. I'm trying to see if it says anything about Metal Gear digital servos on here, and I haven't got to the instruction book yet and haven't even looked at it, to be honest. All it says is TGY30/7 DHV. But I did notice on the videos that the servos were really, really responsive, and so they should be good enough for this plane. Your other wing panel, again, covered pretty nice, very nice. The black and green should show up really well in the air. This one here has the extra NG logo on that one. Now this plane does have wingtip lights and I believe a fuse light as well. I'll have to wait and see. Got your quick setup guide. Just basically gives you the dimensions, specifications, recommended battery, 3300 to 5000 6S, recommended CG 100 to 105 millimeters. Gives you control throws. I always eyeball that, try it. If I need to adjust it, I adjust it to my liking. I don't ever go by the throws recommended. I'll probably set it up the same throws as my big edge and use that as a starting point. The cowl piece of plywood here where you go in and screw your screws in. It's trying to get at the motor here, but it's wedged in there pretty good. Let me get the fuselage out first. Maybe I can get at it. With the fuselage, decent sized plane. Again, pretty cool birthday gift, I think. Pretty good sized plane, guys. Now, you can reference other videos if you like, but this is where the rudder glues on. I wished they would have had this pre-done. Would be nice, but I'll do. You know, it is what it is, and I'll probably use 30-minute epoxy on this. Got your elevator and rudder servos installed. Looks like the same servos as what's on the ailerons. It's your wooden firewall here where your motor bolts on. I'll probably go through there and reinforce the inside edges of that with a little bit of epoxy while I've got it out doing my rudder. I always like to do that on this plywood in case sometimes people miss a joint when they're putting that wood together, you know. So, and let's see, pretty sure that comes up. Yeah, there you go. So nice canopy. The centerpiece of this comes out. There's a pilot somewhere that can pop in there. All of this in here is plywood. Big battery tray, like mentioned. It does have reverse thrust. So your ESC, unfortunately, and I know you can't see that, and that's what I wanted to look for. So the ESC is behind this plywood on the side here, which means if you got a bad ESC, you're not going to get to that unless you take out that plywood, and you won't be able to take that plywood out unless you just freaking damage everything. So if I have to replace an ESC on it, I'll just use one of my own ESCs and leave that one in there because I don't want to break up that wood to try to get at that one. But hopefully everything's all good and won't have to worry about that. Nice setup here, I think. Canopy should be really secure the way they have that set up. Elevator, main wing spar right here. Pretty big carbon fiber spar for your main wings. Now, see if I can get at this motor. Gonna be pretty hard, guys, to get at that motor. See if I turn it over, if it'll come out of there. There it is. Sorry for the noise. I haven't seen the pilot figure yet. Okay. People say that this is a nice sized, good motor. It looks to be a really nice quality motor. SK3 500 kV, but yeah, it looks to be a really nice setup as far as the motor goes. I believe it's an 80 amp ESC in there. Yeah, looks like I'm short a pilot figure, but I ain't gonna worry about it. I guess maybe it'll turn up. It's in somewhere in here, but again, this is the Avios 1600 millimeter extra NG. I'll work on getting this thing together today, and hopefully I'll get to mating it this week, and we'll see how that goes. All right, I'll put my link in the description for rcbattery.com. Check those guys out. Awesome packs. I'll be probably using a 6S 4000 and 5000 from those guys in this, and see how those perform. So there you go. Thanks for watching.